start with a simple question. How did you get here today? Did you take the tube to South Kensington, the bus along Fulham Road, or did you take the healthy option and cycle? Well, either way, I can guarantee you got a good lungful of this. Now, it's not popcorn. This is actually traffic pollution. It's spewed into the air by engines, exhausts, tyres and brakes. And when we inhale the particles, they can delve deep into our lungs and trigger an inflammatory response. Over time, that response is enough to reduce life expectancy by 2 years. It can cause debilitating asthma attacks, and infants will grow up with underdeveloped and underfunctioning lungs. It's no wonder air pollution is labelled the world's largest environmental health risk. But what can we do to reduce that risk? Well, to begin with, we really need to understand the mechanisms that drive inflammation after traffic pollution exposure. Otherwise, we won't know what to target. The problem is that the biopsies which we use to study lung inflammation are very invasive and quite painful. Let's see a show of hands. Which of you would be happy to give me a slice of your lung to test out a few hypotheses? No? Well, precisely. And that's why my research looks for these mechanisms using more accessible and less invasive samples, like blood or urine. People are far happier to donate these samples, which is brilliant because I can look for the mechanisms in a wider population. I use profiling techniques to measure hundreds of molecules in the samples all at once and compare them between people exposed to lots of traffic pollution or very little. I search the data for molecules that increase or decrease in concentration quite dramatically, because these molecules are representatives or biomarkers for the biological processes that produce and use them. They show me that those processes are the ones that are involved in the lungs' response to traffic pollution exposure. With that knowledge, we can reduce the impact of traffic pollution on everyone's lungs. We can add weight to government proposals for reducing emissions. We can detect the signs of lung injury earlier, and we can think about therapeutic strategies for dampening the lungs' response to pollution. This would reduce the burden on our ever-stretched NHS, and in a world where we're all exposed to traffic pollution, really could be a breath of fresh air. Thank you.